2023, 12/11, December 11th, 2023, at City and County of Denver. The handle and hashtag war has begun a long time ago. I've been writing hashtags and handles for 10 years longer, and I knew that they were going to name them handles. And when you think about your domain names, that's a handle. Anything with the @ your Gmails or Yahoo accounts, anything with an @ anything with a hashtag sign. These are symbols and or Google operators, and we use them to create highly advanced algorithms that can predict what a group of individuals are doing within, let's say, the Denver's government.org, which should be denver.gov, but they don't know this because their IT people give sloppy kisses to each other and pat each other on the back and humble brag to Denver how great we are. And only less than 90,000 people voted for the current mayor, who's an attorney who has not only a legal obligation but a fiduciary duty to put Denver back into being a non-political government. But he won't do that because he thinks his Harvard education and his certificate to be an attorney and his posing in his jackets and, who wears it better. People are just talking about this guy, man. 490,000 people are talking about this guy. And he's going to go down as the worst mayor, worse than Hancock, worse than Hickenlooper. And they're all still making the monies they made as city councils, as mayors, all of them. Charlie Brown, that worthless councilman who grew tomatoes for his real job, didn't really do nothing for nobody. None of these city council people that you're voting has any type of meta tags that can be pattern matched to anything that they've done. And the ones that are bragging, they've created the mess we're in by trying to tell everybody they're going to protect us from these people, and they're going to build 1,000 homes, and he's going to go down in record and not telling everybody, oh, well, the migrants over the last few weeks they've been coming in for years, folks, but this is the way the media twists it and twists it and twists it. And so now all the general sales managers of all these networks, they're the ones that take the big hit. The company will make all kinds of money, but those that are behind the conspiracy to continue to control the city and county of Denver government, law enforcement are starting to open their eyes. And they're like, well, what can we do, Giovanni? Well, I'm showing them. I'm showing them all, the ones that want to learn. Because the ones I contact, like lawyers, law firms that claim that they're here for families and they're here just like the government does, they all get an indexed. And so when you call a lawyer and they tell you this and they never call you back, that's a hit on their digital identity, their scores and their rankings. And so as you go down, now our content is meant to be not clicked on. Ours is impression driven. Impressions. The reason why is because our content is inverted pyramid content. You can read everything. You don't need to click on our stuff. And it follows the narrative. And you'll see the deception that Denver's IT department continue to battle me, because I know when they've used the @ signs and talk in my lingo. And see, what happens is when people, especially government officials, who talk the context of somebody else, acting as if they're the guys that are talking about. And that's what Denver does. They try to steal words and other phrases from other people and create it like it's them, because they suppress everybody but themselves, the government. And you can't have that. See, that's why it was settled on February 6, 23. My first filing was May 30th, or excuse me, January 30th, but they never answered me. And we were coming down to the wire. So I had to file AI, alerted me, artificial intelligence, that I needed to file another emergency hearing because I didn't hear anything. And when I called the court, I got, you know what, and then nothing. So I filed it on February 6th, my second one. The first one was explained everything in the complaint. And so it was written in code. So you read it and you won't know it, but it is. And when you understand crypto and you understand the different layers and layers and layers of information, like a crossword puzzle, and how it can be deciphered with artificial intelligence. See, normal people would read that. They'd have to bring in code writers to read that, and then they'd see. I didn't do anything illegal. I did everything that's for the betterment of Google, YouTube. I mean, we've really changed in regards to now we try not to say bad words because I'm over it. It got so bad that I had to wash my own mouth out with soap after talking 13 years with the Gen Zs and the millennials. And wow, hearing women call each other dudes. Not all women, just the college girls, man. I mean, it's amazing what comes out these people's mouth. And see, they don't know this yet because in their world, it's really small. It's what they're doing just right there. Nothing else matters. How do I know this? Because I was at that age. And not many people will admit it, but I'll admit it. When I was 20, I was looking at people at 30 and 40 as being old. And then when I got to 50 and 60, I was like, you people are grandpa and grandma. I got to 70 and 80, and I'm like, what are you guys still doing here? You should be out fishing. But now that I'm old, okay, I'm thinking to myself, wow, all the things you shoulda, coulda, woulda done, and you didn't when you're older and AI comes after you, you got no time to rebuild because you're old. No one's going to give you a chance. You look at that doc commercial with the doctor, and they got a girl on there, and she looks at a doctor. Oh, he's too old. That's age discrimination, man. Right, right. See, they're throwing it in our faces. And this is what you 30-year-olds, when you get my age, because you don't give up now, wait, it gets worse. Look at all the generations of the 60, 70, and 80, 90-year-olds since 1960. And you tell me what's coming for you. Well, here it says Denver is the only city in the world who can reset the government by voting non-political. So we're going to go ahead and scroll down. We own this right here. We own all these. And now you come down to Denver. LinkedIn, corrupt. We'd be getting some money if I was in my first 100 days. $100 million from LinkedIn. We would have sued them. And we would have sued Ballotpedia for $100 million, and we would have sued Wikipedia for $100 million. That's $300 million divided by 11 city council districts. Instead, we're taking $33 million and kicking people, buying hotels and kicking the people in those hotels that are living there out and putting the illegals in there. Mayor Johnston is going to take the jobs that are for us, those residents, the ones that live here, that are been here, away from them. DACA kids, all that 33 million that could have changed all their lives. And this is what Denver voters have been voting Denver for 60 years. The same people. You could take, if the FBI came in or Homeland Security came